Right then, welcome to another investment update. Today's update is not going to be that much information, really. The investments are working great. We've sold a few more this week, and there are a few more left. And on that, there's no more really to say, because if I otherwise, I'm just repeating what I've said last week or the week before. It's working great. It's a fantastic deal. And in the investment video, I don't need to keep explaining the deal. So for you guys that are interested in investments, which is what these are all about, and not just investing in us, but you're interested in perhaps making your own investments and so on. The information that's in the other videos, for example, I've just done another A to Z video, I've done another £2 video. So I've done already and another one. So I've done 3 videos this week, a Gruffalo one. So I've done 3 videos this week extra, worth looking at. The point is, the overall point is, there's around 12 or 13 coins now that they're not being released. I mean, we can safely say, in that category, Jane Austen and Aviation come. Yes, they have been released, but 400 of one, 1800 of the other is nothing, is it really? So we might as well just say they've not been released. And, you know, they were specifically given out in certain places, so it's not like they even went into circulation properly. So that's not really truthful, saying they've gone into circulation when they haven't, because they just gave them out to certain people. Anyway, I digress. So I'm classing them as not really circulated. And so they fall into the category. And then you've got the others. So you've got 5 RAFs, so that now makes 7. You've got an Armistice, makes 8. You've got Frankenstein makes 9. Cook makes 10. Gruffalo makes 11. Possibly Brexit makes 12. And the Snowman. So you've got 12 or 13 coins that they're not releasing. And people are already saying to me, how can you say the Gruffalo is going to go up in price when the Snowman hasn't? What people are not considering is the way it works. It doesn't work that quick. It doesn't, even with the information I give and me saying to you, these coins are going to be worth money and so on and so forth. Yeah, but they will, but it's not going to happen overnight. And it's going to take a little while. And with the 2009 Kew Gardens, it's taken 10 years for that coin to reach 100 quid. So it will take time for these coins to reach the money, because at the moment the market is flooded with them. Even though they're rare, they're still flooded with them, until they've all come out and all gone into people's private collections, and then there's none available, none about, and that's when the value will start going up. If you're thinking of making another investment and you're moving money around and stuff like that, just give me a shout and let me know. I would hate for you to, because I know there's about 4 or 5 people doing that at the moment, and I would hate for you to go through all that hassle and then I've run out, I ain't got any. So if you are thinking of moving money around and so on and so forth, give me a shout. Don't just drop loads of money in my bank account and then go, oh Ian, I want some more investment. Yeah, just double check. Okay, and then we can handle more. I like to regulate it a bit, because I like to know what I'm doing with the money, and I like to deal with that money straight away. What I don't like to do is, if 20 grand's worth of investment comes in, I don't like to sit on it. Sitting on that money does not help me one little bit, because it's costing me money every moment I've got that money. So I like to do something with it straight away. And there's quite a bit I can do with some straight away. So yeah, if you want to put more in, you can. So that's my advice anyway. My advice is put money into those coins. You don't have to invest in us to do that. You can do that yourself. But put money into those coins, because all of those coins will go up in value. And, you know, the people that think, well, no, they won't, well, you just have to take that opinion. No, you won't, because I can't. It's not for me to persuade everybody. I'm just giving you the information I think is real. This is what will happen, and I can base that on previous as much as I can. It is a bit difficult because this has never happened before. There's never been, ever, in the history of our decimalisation and collecting coins, there's never been 13 of them, 12 of them, or 13 of them, all at the same time. So there we are. So that's all I've got to say about that, and we'll see you next week. Actually, before I go, I need to touch on the A to Zs, because I haven't touched on them in this investment video. So the A to Zs, 5.2 million 2018 letters, 10p letters were produced. That's a maximum of 200,000 per letter, if they made an even amount of each one. 200,000 a letter. They might have made 300,000 of one, 10,000 of one, who knows. But the maximum is 200,000 a letter, because they've put 5.2 million into circulation. Now that makes every single letter rare. So if I had nothing else to do, and I was sitting there with a load of money thinking, what could I do with it and where could I put it, I would put it into not only the coins I've been talking about, but I'd also put it into the letters, because those letters will eventually go up to your £10 and your 15 quids. Definitely go up to that. An Olympic, wrestling, judo, triathlon, or wrestling, judo, or football, the top, what I call the top 4 Olympics. Each one of those is £15 each. And I know that because we sell them for £15 each, and we can't get enough of them. If I had loads more, I'd sell loads more. So, and they're like 1 million in circulation. These A to Zs are 200,000 in circulation, and the people that would buy them are not necessarily coin collectors, and I touch on this kind of thing a lot. They're not coin collectors necessarily. There are coin collectors, obviously, but there's people collecting them that are not coin collectors. They're collecting them because my name's Ian Lambert, and so therefore I want an I and I want an L. And maybe if I'm a woman, I'll get a pair of earrings made, and maybe if I'm a bloke, I'll get a pair of cufflinks made. I, L. The permutations of how those 10p's can be sold is endless. Endless. Every name under the sun can be made up out of 10p's, one way or another. You can make a jewellery box, and you could put IAN on the jewellery box, for example, Ian. And that's my little box for putting in my jewellery and my cufflinks and my watches. So you can have manufacturers going to be buying these coins left, right and centre, and the price will definitely go through the roof. Now, what's also important is that 2019, even though they said they wasn't going to do it, they've released 2019 10p's and 2.1 million total mintage for all 26. So that is a maximum of 100,000 a letter. I'm not, they're going to be so rare, I'm not even at the moment going to do advance orders on them. I am taking orders now, advance orders on a full set, because I've got access to sets, buns, at 59 quid. If you was to imagine each letter, 26 letters going up to £10 each, that would be £260 a set. So it really is worth investing in those and putting them away, because 100,000 maximum each, 2.1 million going into circulation, there's no way that there's enough there. So they will go up in value. But again, that's just my opinion. Okay, so that's it, that's the lot. I will definitely finish now. Say bye-bye, Caspers. Say bye-bye. Belly rub. Belly rub. Is that what you want? Belly rub. Say bye-bye. Bye. See you later.